Hello everyone, I'm Amit Mohan Gupta. I'm going to teach you chemical kinetics chapter in 12th chemistry. Okay, so before proceeding towards a chapter called kinetics or chemical kinetics, we need to understand that we have studied in the previous year two chapters called thermodynamics and equilibrium. So when we studied the thermodynamics, thermोडायनेमिक्स में आपको क्या बताया गया? Thermodynamics में thermodynamics tells you about how a reaction is feasible or not, whether a reaction will happen or not. And what? How do we tell that? We have taken the help of Gibbs free energy. So if a reaction has negative Gibbs free energy, we say that reaction is feasible, and if a reaction has positive Gibbs free energy, we say that reaction is not feasible. What do I mean? कि कोई रिएक्शन होगी या कोई रिएक्शन नहीं होगी, ये आपको बताता है. Whether but now that doesn't tell you how fast a reaction will happen. Say for example, certain reactions are feasible according to the thermodynamics. Atmosphere में हाइड्रोजन होता है, वाटर होता है, but they don't give you basically what hydrogen and oxygen combining don't give you water. So why does that happen? I mean, according to thermodynamics, this reaction is very feasible. And if this reaction is feasible, then every time you should get water out of atmosphere suddenly by mixing hydrogen and oxygen. Same goes for hydrogen and chlorine. Chlorine is in atmosphere, although to a very less extent. It should give you actually HCl, but that doesn't happen so often. Or say for example, carbon graphite, in the graphite form, carbon should combine with oxygen and give you CO2. This also doesn't happen so often. So why is this not happening? Thermodynamics tells you it should happen. It is very much feasible, but why is it not happening as often as you would like to see without any help? The reason for it is chemical kinetics. So we will study the reason here why this is not happening, because these reactions are so slow that to happen them it will take a long time. So that is the reason that we don't see them so often happening in the atmosphere. There may be some instances where electricity in the atmosphere may help into formation of HCl or some amount of water, but without any external aid they don't happen so often. So chemical kinetics tells you whether a reaction is feasible, but it does not happen. Why a reaction, if a reaction is feasible, why it is not happening? Because of the rate of the reaction is very slow. So chemical kinetics आपको बताता है कि कोई रिएक्शन का रेट क्या होगा, कोई रिएक्शन फास्ट होगी या कोई रिएक्शन स्लो होगी. सो फर्स्ट थिंग दैट केमिकल काइनेटिक्स टेल्स यू अबाउट अ रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन. Okay, and then after some time you will learn after some time you will learn apart from rate of reaction, it also tells you the mechanism of reaction. What do I mean by mechanism of reaction? That some reactions are very complicated. How complicated? Say for example, you can take H2 plus I2 giving you twice HI. This reaction seems very simple, but when you go into detail, you will see that this reaction is made up of 4 or 5 elementary reaction. What is elementary reaction? We will postpone that for a later slide. So this reaction is not as simple as it seems. It is made up of 4 or 5 elementary reactions. So we will go into that and knowing about those reactions is what gives you reaction mechanism. Okay, so the same thing is written here as I have already explained to you. That thermodynamics tells you about feasibility of reaction, whether the reaction will happen or not, and kinetics tells you how fast a reaction is or vice versa, how slow a reaction is. मीन्स कोई रिएक्शन हो सकता है थर्मोडायनेमिकली फीजिबल हो, थर्मोडायनेमिकली कोई रिएक्शन का डेल्टा जी और गिव्स फ्री एनर्जी नेगेटिव हो चेंज, बट स्टिल यू विल नॉट सी दैट रिएक्शन हैपनिंग. 12th में एक चैप्टर आगे आता है इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री, वी विल सी एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर concept, that is speed of reaction versus its feasibility in play.